Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. Today I'm reviewing Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter. You did hear that right. To my understanding, this was part of a double feature in which you also got to see Billy the Kid versus Dracula. And I do think this is the better of those two films. And it's campy, kind of delightful. Where to start? So Jesse James is on the run. He's an outlaw. He ends up mixed up with another gang, and that's sort of one half of the story. And the other half of the story is Frankenstein's daughter, who is continuing on in her father's footsteps of trying to bring to life the dead, and with some wrinkles thrown in there. There's another family who lives nearby who ends up as a part of this whole ridiculous plot, and there is a member of Jesse's gang who betrays the gang and kind of goes straight as he says, and when another gang meets up with another gang, there's some double crossing, and all of this eventually leads back to Frankenstein's daughter's lab, and it's a lot better than it sounds. I mean, this is what I liked about the film. So Jesse James is a pretty good Jesse James. He's head and shoulders better than the other actors. Some of the other actors, I mean, they're either completely wooden or they're like way over the top. And that might be a feature for you if you're looking for bad acting. But it actually is so bad at times, the acting, that it really can take you out of it. That having been said, because Jesse James, the guy who plays him, does such a kind of a grounded, like in reality, real job with the role, it's a little believable, that side of the story. And then because Frankenstein's daughter is so over the top and kooky and campy, you have this good blend of the like ridiculous science fiction elements and the kind of more grounded in reality Western elements. I say that loosely. There's some pretty good tie-ins with another piece of Western history that I won't spoil here. And what I liked best about the movie was that we actually got a few new characters in this mythology, including Frankenstein's daughter being a pretty clever little villainess. Other than the wooden acting at times and the over-the-top acting that actually is pretty distracting, there is some incredibly offensive material right around the middle that involves one woman being rescued and saved by Jesse James. It's kind of this really outdated Native American trope thing. That part, it's pretty tasteless, and that is not good. There are some other parts, like I said, that really drag or aren't great. But the overall impact of this is that it kind of lives up to what I think you would expect out of this movie, which is a fun, campy, kooky, quirky experience that also does build on each piece of that lore, right? Like the Western side and the science fiction side. But don't expect good production value. In fact, when you're looking at the town where the sheriff and so forth is, like you can see a landscape picture drawing thing of what I think's supposed to be the castle. I mean, it's low budget. It's have low expectations in that way. But I'm reviewing this movie in terms of what do I think a person who's going to watch this is going to expect. I think you will enjoy it if your expectations meet the title, which I actually think is kind of a fun title, and it's a fun movie. I might even watch this again. I made comparisons to Billy the Kid versus Dracula, which I don't know if I'd watch again or not. This is much more engaging than that movie. There are gunfights. There's a pretty fun to watch fist fight. There is more action in general. The plot is actually kind of interesting at times. I didn't expect the Western part to meet the science fiction part so seamlessly. Again, remember, real low production value, some low value everything. It is what it is. You know what, though? The actual, like, laboratory was pretty fun to watch. Like, the little castle and the thing where the the Frankenstein's daughter is. I don't know, man. I kind of enjoyed it. If we're talking stars here, if we're talking ratings, I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I liked it kind of, and you know what? I wish this got a remake, I just recently watched both Blob movies, and I think the remake of the Blob really expanded on that idea with the great writing of Frank Darabont and some of the other features that the remake had. And I kind of wonder if someone couldn't make a good remake of this, not to wish another horror movie remake into the abyss. But I don't know. I liked it. I have to be honest with myself. I liked it, and I might watch it again. And I really did like that version of Jesse James, and I would see it. What do you think? This is probably one of the movies that I'm a little bit nicer to than many people would be. I think it had, I think it had a 2.5 on Letterboxd. It didn't have a great score, but maybe you all hate it. Maybe you like it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please click like, and we will see you next time on Cody in the Cinema.